Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from BSMH3023 Staffing Group C. We will present about human resource of Galeri Hidayah. My name is Farah Nabila binti Mustafa. My measure number is 273408. I will start with background of the company. Have you heard about Galeri Hidayah? If you are from East Coast of Malaysia, you will hear about it because Galeri Hidayah mainly operated in Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang. Galeri Hidayah is a chain of bookstores, stationeries, clothing boutiques, and health and beauty nutrition. They are a retailer and wholesaler company that sells sunnah foods, health foods, stationeries, religious books, worship equipments and clothing, and cosmetics such as dates, kain pelikat, Al-Quran, and herbal medicines. Their mission is to receive a recognition as a leading company in Malaysia that provides essentials to customers as well as being leading suppliers to small traders throughout Malaysia. Their vision is to be a leading company in supplying essential goods that meet the taste of today's society. Galeri Hidayah is actually a family business that was founded by the late Abdullah Abed. The business then continued by their children after he passed away in 2003. This started small with only one small outlet. Now, they have 8 store branches throughout East Coast Malaysia. The next one is staffing activities in the company. The human resource planning process that are implemented in Galeri Hidayah are: the first one is forecast labor availabilities, which the company will do a thorough examination of the employee's strengths in terms of numbers, abilities, skills, experience, qualifications, capabilities, and so on. The second step is determine the future HR demand for the company. Here, the HR can evaluate some topics such as retirements, layoff, promotions, transfers, or other external factors that may increase or decrease the requirement for employees. The third process is reconcile requirements and availabilities. Here, HR will provide a gap analysis that outlines particular needs in order to reduce the company's labor supply against future demands. It is to match the current supply with future HR demand. The last process in HRP is develop action plans to close the projected gaps. HR will design strategies and take actual actions to close these gaps based on the demand predicted. Galeri Hidayah usually use internal recruitment to fill the vacancy in the upper position, which is by using the promotion. This is because they know the current employee better than the outside employees. So they will know whether the current employee will fit the position or not. And they usually use external recruitment to fill the vacancy in the lower positions such as cashiers, sales assistants, and part-timer. This is because these positions does not need a higher qualifications. Galeri Hidayah also do some of selection process in selecting the right candidates for the right position, such as by using resumes, background checks, interviews, and so on. This is to prevent hiring the wrong candidates which may have a bad impact on the company or tarnish their image. Galeri Hidayah use some effective retention techniques in order to keep their current employees with them, such as by doing promotions, increase salaries, give out rewards, give work-life balance, and so on.
Alright, hi, my name is Hadi bin Amin, matrix number 275580. So I will talk about the next parts. So next, we are going to talk about the precondition of Galeri Hidayah before the existing of COVID-19 pandemic in this world. Right, so in my presentation, there will be consist of 3 main parts, which is the human resource planning, and then we will move to the recruitment and also selections, and the last one is retentions. Okay, without wasting more time, let's start with the first one, which is the human resource planning. So for Galeri Hidayah, they have employs 28 people in total for their shops. So, and before the COVID-19 has arrived in Malaysia, the daily working conditions are as usual without no social distancing from one another. Next, the recruitment and also the selection process. So, Galeri Hidayah mentions that they have 3 steps of application procedure in order for candidates to get into their jobs. So the first one is the online process applications. They use various online platforms such as websites, social media, in order for them to easily contact with all the candidates that want to work in Galeri Hidayah. So, after the online processes, the candidates will be go into an interview with the human resource of Galeri Hidayah, and after that, after having evaluated everything, the selected candidate will have on the job evaluation, and after they get the evaluations, they get a permanent job in Galeri Hidayah. And the last one is we're going to talk about retentions. So, Galeri Hidayah provide varieties of reward and bonuses for their staff. They also value flexibility, equality, diversity, and also opportunity for their staff in order to develop uh, their staff skills and everything. And the last one is the benefits and also the perks that suit with their lifestyle. So, Galeri Hidayah give benefits that suit with their employee lifestyle. For example, if the employee have a family, so they will provide with insurance, family insurance, and everything. So that's all from my parts. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. My name is Nur Shahira binti Zazali and my metric number is 277111. I will continue to present about the differences of the present COVID-19 pandemic towards staffing activities. Malaysia was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020. All companies, including Galeri Hidayah, are required to halt operations. The pandemic has a significant impact on their staffing activities. Firstly, human resource planning. During COVID-19 pandemic, the process of HRP is totally changed, including Galeri Hidayah. The HR manager must forecast current employees using the same techniques but in different modes. Secondly, the difference in recruitment activities where every process were conducted through online. For example, they use video interviews as the recruitment platform. In addition, they provide a detailed employee recruitment procedure to avoid any unexpected circumstances. Lastly, in selection process, HR Galeri Hidayah also conduct via online, same like recruitment process. Furthermore, location is no longer a deciding factor for the company. Previously, HR manager in Galeri Hidayah hire around 15 employees and divide them into different branches. But during pandemic, they're accepting a larger pool of applicants and only select those employees who have software skills. This is because they want employees who can promote its product via all social media platforms.
The next one is for post-COVID-19 future work. COVID-19 disaster has caused terrible damage in every part of the world. As the crisis continues to get worse, it has also caused business and the people who run them to face problems they have never faced before. The last 2 years have changed the future of work in a way that can be erased. HR leaders need to figure out what the short-term and long-term effects of these trends are and how much they will change strategic goals and plans. But the time after the pandemic also brings a lot of new ways to find work. As a result of COVID, HR professionals have had to rethink how they find talent, what resource they use, and what technology they use. Many of these changes have raised the bar of the hiring process and the experience of candidates. Some experts in human resource say that there is no going back, and they think that this change will stay in place even when the fear of COVID-19 goes away. In the time after COVID-19, the effect of COVID-19 have changed how Galeri Hidayah hires people. Galeri Hidayah hires people using both online and face-to-face methods. Internet requirement also has many benefits for both managers and applicants. Candidates can save money on travel, food, and lodging. This way, they won't feel like they waste money if they don't get the job. On the other hand, employers save money because they don't have to pay for a place to hold interviews with applicants. Human Resource Planning Galeri Hidayah has a total of 46 employers following the epidemic caused by the COVID-19 virus. Even if Galeri Hidayah is still physically present in workplace, all staff are required to wear masks in order to protect themselves and maintain an appropriate distance from clients. Galeri Hidayah has the responsibility for ensuring that employers who perform their duties from home have access to all of the necessary equipment. And then for retention, for employee retention post-COVID, Galeri Hidayah has implemented a number of tactics to keep their employees satisfied and motivate during work hours. With tenure, Galeri Hidayah has expanded vacation time and bonus. When an employer stays with a company for a longer period of time, they are rewarded with greater bonus and additional vacation time. In addition, Galeri Hidayah will provide their staff with physical and emotional health wellness resources, providing employers with opportunities to improve their physical and mental health indicates concern and a commitment to their health outside of the workplace.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Ahmad Shafiq bin Rozlan, metric number 271351. Next, I am going to discuss on the problems or issues that might occur in the company's staffing activities. Firstly is the Human Resource Planning, HRP. From the interview that our team had done before, we have found out that Galeri Hidayah are facing a shortage of employees. They currently own a total of 8 branches throughout the east coast of Malaysia, which is in Terengganu, Kelantan and Pahang. However, they currently only have around 46 employees to manage those 8 store branches, which on average is 5 to 6 employees per branch. When there is a labor shortage, it indicates that companies are finding it challenging to fill the unfilled position with qualified candidates. Moreover, if there is a labor shortage in the labor market, this will make it far more challenging and much longer for the organization to find a competent candidate since the labor pool is small, and this will also affect the retention rate of the organization. Secondly is the recruitment. Galeri Hidayah has mentioned a few problems in the interview, which is an interview no-show. Some of the candidates wouldn't show up to the interview on the set date by Galeri Hidayah HR, even though they already agree and give their confirmation a day before the interview takes place to be present on that day. Common reasons given to the recruiter by the candidates include having no transportation to go to the venue of the interview, personal or family issues, and inability to find a nanny for their child while attending for the interview. These actions by the candidate will cause recruitment to be more complicated and costly, as the time and budget that has been set aside to conduct the interview for them was wasted just like that. Next is losing applicants to competitors. The interview no-show might cause some of the candidates that have been selected to drop the offer for the job hastily at the last minute. An unnecessary delay in hiring a candidate for the job have causes the best candidates to find jobs somewhere else. When a better offer is available by the competitors, entry-level workers are less inclined to settle since they are aware of their value, especially in today's world, which all candidates have access on almost every type of online platforms that can be used to search for a job, such as LinkedIn, JobStreet, Indeed, and social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thirdly is retention. Retention might fail because of certain factor, which in this case is dissatisfaction of salary. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak in 2019, a lot of business was affected, including Galeri Hidayah, because of the Movement Control Order (MCO) that was issued by the Government of Malaysia, which is on 16 March 2020. Therefore, most business was unable to operate as usual except for the essential services such as the food and beverage supply, health and hygiene, as well as supplies that contributes to the survival of humans and animals. Thus, most businesses are not capable to pay their employees' salary and had to give them a leave without pay, including Galeri Hidayah. Every problem or issue will have a solution to it. Therefore, Galeri Hidayah problems with HRP can be solved by recruiting new employees, whether temporarily or permanently. Hiring a part-timer will also help the organization to save money because their salary and benefits tend to be lower compared to the permanent employees. However, due to the one-time nature of the given job training and induction, hiring a permanent employee also helps to save money. Next is by reanalyzing job process and redesign the job if necessary. This will make it easier for Galeri Hidayah to determine and set a cap on the number of employees required for each division and position. The organization could achieve and maintain labor efficiency through this method while it worked to meet its objective. Although conducting the analysis would cost money, the result would aid the organization in reorganizing, reconstructuring its organizational structure, and more effectively allocating its employees. As for recruitment problems, it can be solved by taking proactive steps. Firstly, be as accommodating as you can regarding scheduling, especially if the applicant is already working. The likelihood that the person will arrive on time increases with your degree of flexibility. Secondly, make certain that your screening procedure is thorough. This let applicant know what to expect upfront and can assist you later in weeding out possible no-shows. Candidates that are enthusiastic and committed to the position will be more than pleased to participate in the job interview. Lastly, to learn why a candidate decided not to show up for the interview, emailing them a survey is one of the options that you might take into consideration. Consequently, you can learn why candidates didn't show up and what you can do to prevent this issue, which costs your organization time and money in the future. And lastly, for retention, it can be solved by rewards and recognition. When employees felt that they were frequently recognized and rewarded, employees were more likely to be pleased with their income and perks. Employees believe that their remuneration is worth more when it is accompanied by recognition. One of the best things about recognition is that most leaders could do it more frequently as it doesn't cost any money. And it is not difficult to accomplish for most people. Next is effective communication. Employees' general contentment drops when they are unaware of or unclear about their pay and benefits. Every team can benefit significantly from increasing the frequency and flow of communication. Poor communication consistently ranks as the most detrimental factor in employee satisfaction surveys. Ensure that each team member is aware of their benefits and compensation. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a major impact on most of the companies in Malaysia. The impact can be seen in staffing practices and activities such as in planning, hiring, maintaining and retaining their workforces. This includes Galeri Hidayah. The company needs to adapt to this new norm and continue the company's operation in order to achieve company goals. Therefore, the HR manager comes up with several staffing strategies to remain competitive and visible in the industry. And that's all from our team. Thank you.